All right, so talk about physical properties and changes. So you've already learned about physical properties, but I'm going to go over it again, and you'll learn a little bit more about physical properties. So, big idea. Every element on the periodic table has its own set of physical and chemical properties. That is what makes their personalities unique. So in this slideshow, this video, you're going to write down what's in yellow rather than, normally it's red, but we're doing yellow for this. All right, so a property is a description of an object. So the tree is green. If struck by lightning, the tree would catch on fire and burn, and the tree is tall. So these are descriptions of an object. Remember to write down what's in yellow. So what is a physical property? So it's a characteristic of an element or substance that can be observed or measured without changing its identity or its structure. This part is important about that it can't change its identity or structure, because when we talk about chemical properties and chemical change, that's going to be different. And you use your five senses or scientific measurements to describe or measure the properties. Remember, write down what's in yellow. All right, so physical properties. They're determined by the five senses, and again, they are descriptions of an object. So if you see something, you taste it, you smell, you touch, you hear. Also, remember, it can be a measurement. So you could say it's 1 inch, it's 50 milliliters. Those are all physical properties. Examples of physical properties. Color, and again, you're familiar with some of these, but some of them you aren't. So color, smell, taste, hardness, and state of matter, so solid, liquid, gas. And boiling, freezing, or melting point. So all of these are review, but write them down. More examples of physical properties: density, mass, volume, malleability. So this is a new one. This is the ability to be molded. And solubility, that's a review. The ability to be dissolved. All right, so now we're talking about physical change. So what is a physical change? It's a change that takes place without changing the identity or structure of an element or a substance. So you're just changing how it physically looks. So examples of physical changes are a change in size. So if you this person's cutting the celery, and rather than it being a continuous stalk, it's now in smaller pieces, changing the shape of it. A change in state. So something changes from a solid to a liquid to a gas. That's just a physical change. So for example, if you think about water, if you've got solid water, which we call ice, right here, right? It's still made with H2O. And if you melt it, it's just liquid water, it's still H2O. And then if you make it evaporate at boiling point, it's still H2O. You're just changing the state of it. Dissolving a substance. So here you've got someone dissolving salt in water. That is just a physical change. And then mixtures. So that is just a physical change. Physical changes are ones that you can reverse it. Like, so for example, if you're melting ice, you can melt it into water and then freeze it again, right? You can reverse it. You can go back to what it used to be.